So, let's talk about this transfer window. So I decided, in my immense wisdom, that a team that has currently finished like in the playoffs twice in a row, plays good football, needs a brand new tactic. And I thought, I'm not going to really look at the players too much. I'm just going to make the tactic. And I got it in my head because I'd recently watched a James Lawrence Alcott video about Xabi Alonso at Bayern Leverkusen and the setup, that I wanted to recreate that in the Argentinian second division. So that is what I did with, a few little tweaks. And because I'm terrible at tactics, probably not similar at all. But then I had to get players for that tactic. Needed some players for that tactic, didn't I? So I spent about 10 hours. And somehow, I've managed to end up spending 250 grand on a centre-back that we loaned in last season. Some of you remember him, who was awful. So we didn't play him, and he got recalled. His name is Danny DeVito. He's back. He was terrible, and we've just spent £250,000 on him. What? Greetings and salutations, my friends, and welcome back to the Journeyman. Right, this is dangerous. This could easily go horribly wrong. Let me show you the tactic, and then we'll go through the transfers. So this is the tactic. It's sort of Bayern Leverkusen light, essentially. It's a 3 at the back with 2 wide centre-backs, which I haven't used a massive amount. I think he's not very good to sweep. Is he a good sweeper keeper? Doesn't like rushing out, which is good at one-on-ones. We'll leave it that for there. 3 wide centre-backs, okay? Or 2 wide centre-backs, centre-back, and then a 4. Okay, on the right-hand side, let's talk about the right-hand side first. It's nice and simple. We've got our right wing-back bombing forward, providing the width, whipping in balls. Okay, love that. Simple. Volante, I just feel like a volante. That's my personal preference, really. Montez going to try that. I might go a bit more secure if we're playing a bit open or whatever, but that's fine. Okay, Merlot can play as a number 10. New role for him, but I think he suits it. He's a good attacking midfielder. I've just gone for 2 attacking midfielders. I just think it's the best number 10 role, and it suits this system, and I'll show you why in a minute. And he's going to float about number 10, hopefully get some goals, have some long shots, do some dribbly boy things and stuff. Okay, nice and simple. On the left-hand side, slightly different. So we have our defensive 6 here, Lopez and others. We have an inverted wing-back on here. Now, you're thinking, hang on, he's not going to get too much space. Remember, the rules of FM. If you have like an inverted wing-back in this situation and there's no room to invert, let's say another player is in the way, they will just act as a normal wing-back. So a lot of time he will do this. But this is the key. So Jimenez runs wide with the ball and moves into channels. So he's going to drop into this sort of spot more, leaving a nice little gap for our left back, who will be the other guy that's injured, Maximilian. No, is it? I can't remember. Yeah, Maximiliano, who we know's got a ping on him, and he'll drift into there. So hopefully he drags a defender with him, leaving a bit of space. Bosh. As for the sort of setup, it's a pretty standardy gegenpressing, not full maniac, but like decent level, higher defensive line, high press, counter press and counter, short passing, play out of defence a little bit, overlap on the right hand side, and run at defence because we have some dribbly boys. Right, now let's take. So it's a bit different for me. Why not? Yep, okay. So first things first, we've done the thing that we have to do every season, is somehow make some money. So we already sold Barreto to Union for 950k. Our right back, Ariel Gonzalez, has gone to Burgos for 150k. Like, he's an unusual one. Technically, looks like a centre-back. Mentally, not that strong. Physically, not a centre-back at all. More of a right-back. So like a right-back defensive-ish, but with decent pace. He's a weird player. And although he's homegrown, and although, like, to be fair, he's played well. So this is part of the gamble. Averaging over 7 in the last 2 seasons. but it doesn't really fit how I want to play now. So, Sultani left on a free, as he said he would. Our big money maker was Milton Torres. He's an out-and-out winger. Didn't play a massive amount of football, but he's not really a number 10 or anything, and don't really have use for him. And we needed to make some money, and he's a foreign player, so gobble, 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 1.2 million. And then, as you can see, this one, Guillermo Canfora. I had big hopes for this guy. I was looking at him, I was thinking, okay, you can sort of play as a number 10. We can train him. He's only 19. He was out on loan last season. I gave him a target of getting 5 assists. He got no assists, but he did get 5 goals. So I was like, you know what? I'll have you as my 4th, 5th choice number 10 here. And you do a job. Then he started kicking up a fuss as soon as the bid was rejected. And I'm like, okay, you're just annoying me. So I've offered him out. Annoyingly, Ferro came in with 400k. Everybody else, there was 2 other teams. They were both 300k and they wouldn't budge. And I was like, as much as I hate Ferro, we need the cash. We need the cash. Okay, so that's the money making done. As for players we got Maximiliano. See, this is my inverted guy. I think he's really good. He's one of our best players. He's very good. We've signed him on a permanent. He was decent last season. Like I said, got a goal in him. He's going to be very important. We had to get some sort of quite relatively expensive loan players. It's very hard to sign players. This is why it took me 10 hours. Although it doesn't look like it, it's very hard at this level to sign players that improve and all that sort of stuff. And I spent some money. I decided to spend some money this season. We got Valenzuela on a loan. He has our new right-back option, and he's a bit of a beastie. Very well-rounded player. We got Uriel Jove for 85k. He's a new centre-back option, but a ball-playing centre-back. We didn't really have any good right-sided centre-backs or right-footed centre-backs, and we needed a centre-back that could support. He's lacking a bit of strength, but overall, I'm pretty happy with him for 85k. We got Juan Roth from Douglas, 100k. He is a defensive midfielder, but could also easily learn the centre-back role. Like, very, very good. Solid all-rounder. As you'll notice, the ages are less young superstars and more just experienced players that could do a job. Now, this one, I was struggling. Obviously, I'm playing 3 centre-backs, and we already were 1 short last season, and I needed like maybe 3. And I was doing so much searching. It spent hours trying to find players. We got these 2 guys in, but one of them's going to fill in at the DM role as well. So I was like, but this guy, and this is why it's a lot of money, but we should, if we wanted to sell him, we should make a profit. But he's very much a ball-playing centre-back, and if I play him on the right-hand side as a wide centre-back support, so he gets a little bit more involved in the build-up play and just play in general, obviously his physicals aren't the best, but that's slightly less important to what having a good passing and first touch and technique and vision and all that sort of stuff. Like, he should be really good. Obviously, last season, he banged in a 6.61, which you could make the argument that then you probably shouldn't spend 200. You know how good he is, and we've then spent 250 grand on him. It's different, but like I said, I was doing so much searching and he just kept popping up and I was like, I'm just going to do it. We got Hugo for 80k. He's another number 10, a lovely little Brazilian fella. He's going to be fighting out with Merlot on this right-hand side. Can play up top if needed. We've then got Maximiliano Porcel on loan. He's our left-sided, so Jimenez. I wanted somebody that could cross the ball as well because he's going to be drifting out wide, like a decent, well-rounded player on loan. And then finally, Kai Aru. What is that name? He's another Brazilian, and he is a sort of defensive midfielder. Can play as that Segundo Volante as well. Decent all-rounder, really. So, yeah, took a while. I know it's not the most amazing signings as well, but it took a long time. I haven't looked at the predictions. I've forgotten whether... What? Season preview. That'll be it. We're favourites. Bearing in mind, we're favourites out of both. A team that got relegated is predicted 33rd. What happened to them? Oh my God, look at the wages have shot down. Okay. How are they? Okay, whatever. Right. We are in the same group once again as Ferro. They have our player. I don't think he'll be a first teamer. So overall, we've got the players required. I'm going to give Puznikov, he's the number one goalkeeper. He's going to get a run in. Like, he never played bad for us. He played 6.98, which is fine. And we've got the youngster Villalba in as backup, really solid backup option. We've got 3 strikers to play the main striker. We've got Renzo, our player of the season last season. Really good all-rounder, decent in the air, decent with his feet. Scored 90, just getting better every season. And then we've got Juan Danino, who's a very good... I was going to... Because I don't really need 3, but then he's only on 600 quid, and he's retiring at the end of the season. So I thought I'll keep him. Another good in the air, good finisher, just in case it goes horribly wrong. And if we get an injury crisis, we can play maybe one of them as an attacking midfielder. And Lorenzetti as our final choice, 25 years old, solid player. So I think we've got a good team. Now, the question is, my friends, do we have a good tactic? That's the worrying part. I think I'm going to play Rosso on this left here. He's the man. He's our James Milner. He's going to fill in like 4 or 5 roles. Right. Nervous. I'm all for check. You've got nothing to... When you're playing bad, you've got nothing to lose. When you've got a rubbish tactic or a rubbish team, you've got nothing to lose changing tactic. Like, it almost can't be any worse. However, this can and might and probably will be worse. And I've sold players that are good, that don't fit the system, to make this. And if we went to what we were playing previous, it would mean that I would have far too many centre-backs and not enough. Let's not worry about those things. Right, today we are playing San Martin. Let's have a quick look at the San Martin. It's not them, was it? It's them. Okay, so they are one of the favourites for the league. Hopefully it's at home. It is at home. I'm expecting things. Also, I forgot the biggest news of all. Positive bank balance. And I am working on a coaching badge, I think. I don't know when it starts because... Where is it? I've forgotten where it is. Board. Is it here? No pending requests. Does that mean... Because I asked for a coaching badge and they were like, yes, as soon as... I can't remember where it says it. I'm having a brain fart. As soon as you make sure that nobody's overworked in training and all that sort of stuff, we'll let you do it. So I've done that. So hopefully I'm doing it. Okay. Let's just... The striker role is flexible. Although 3 of our guys pretty much can all play target men, they can play other roles. He was a target man last season and doing well, so I kind of just kept it, but I'm not sure if that suits the system the best. We'll see how we get on. This is a very good tester for the new system, being that they're one of the favourites. Tight calf, Rosso, early doors. Right, the players I really want... I want to watch... Actually, it's Rosso at the moment, which is not ideal. Okay. He's learning the role. Oh, and then my whole team kicked up a big fuss because they said we didn't have enough wing-backs on the left. And we lacked squad depth because both our left-backs don't know the role yet. And there was no option to say, you know those left-backs, you know ones we've already got, we're going to just play them... Just whether they're there, we're there. But there was no option to say that. Right. Here we go. First highlights. Danny, don't let me down, Danny. I think as a wide centre-back, he's going to be way better. It's going to be slightly less about his aerial presence and more about his ability to play football. And worst case, we can always... We'll sell him. Worst case, we can always move him to like a more... like a number 6 role or something like that. Merlot. There we go. Go on, Danny. Go on, Danny. This is his redemption story. Rosso. Oh, this is what I want to see. Perfect. That's where I want him. Rosso. In the build-up. As a midfielder. Go on. He's onside. Am I the greatest? Am I the greatest manager this world has ever seen? Montez, lovely ball. Merlot! First goal of the season. 10 minutes in. Let's go. Let's not overegg it. Not like me. It's not like me to overgo. It's just, no, I wouldn't do such a thing. I don't know how defensively secure we will be this season. It'll be interesting. Oh, he's done well, the right back. The Alvarez, our main guy, Danny. Lovely bit of passing. Shift it if you need it. There we go, Danny. He could be our next Virgil van Dijk. You know, like pinging balls. Oh, what a ball. Go on. Valenzuela. Forces the save. He's going to be important. The right back needs to get assists this season, which I always struggle with. We don't need to do anything with set pieces because we're decent at set pieces. The near post is doing fine. Okay, they've not created much possession. I'm fine with like a 50% possession. Okay. Comfortable first half. Couple of chances. Great team goal. Am I the greatest? Yeah, no, let's be positive. Okay. Roth's coming. Is it Arejo? I don't even know how to say his first name. We got a middle name? Olive. He's Brazilian. Why isn't he called Kevin? Okay, he's now called Kevin. I've given him a proper Brazilian name. Kevin. I might name all my Brazilians just randomly. Because who's the other Brazilian I've got? Right, anyway. Did I forget to... I didn't even sub him on after all that. I wanted to just give it first 5 minutes, you know? All dangerous. And I don't know if I need to play a sweeper keeper in this, because we are playing a higher line, and I'm worried that he's going to miss balls that he could have just come out and cleaned up. We'll keep an eye on that. Like, Kevin's coming on. Kevin can play both roles, so we'll swap you around. Okay. A minute. Oh, okay, both number 10s are playing well. Okay. Nobody panic. And Haller, who I bought as a right back last season, spent an entire season trying to train him as a number 6, is now playing as a right back. Okay, we want to create another couple of chances this game. I'm not sure about this left back. He's a bit ropey. Oh, decent though. Kevin. Haller just sort of gives it to him, like just takes a massively heavy touch. Hey. Get there. What on, Merlot? What a tackle, Merlot. Jimenez. Haller, can he find it? Yes, lovely. Merlot turns. Ooh. Be nice to see if Merlot gets more involved this season as well. Obviously, he's had 2 great seasons now, but he's not going to get as many assists, so he needs to score on a regular basis now. Oh, Roth did the right thing. Thumbs up. Take the yellow. Didn't get a yellow. That's how good he is. It's okay. We've not been working on the tactic the entire time, so it's going to take lots of new players. Okay, that felt a little bit easy, didn't it? I'm still fine with the draw. Don't know what happened here. Okay, that's our left-sided centre-back. And then Kevin just didn't go with the runner very much. It's fine. We're going to get beaten 4-0 and at 4-1 now, aren't we? And I might not be the greatest. Oh my God, he fizzes that one back to the goalkeeper. Right, Danny. Yes. Go on, Kevin. Haller. There we go. Haller. Lovely. That's really good. Yes, Jimenez! Get in there! I'm denied about signing a new contract with Jimenez. He'd had a much poorer season last season. But then I got the 2 number 10s, and then I realised I wanted one of them to just run into space and just create a bit more width. And he's a number 10 that can do that because he was playing out wide. So it was kind of perfect. So he got a new contract because of that. Right, give it to Kev. There we go. Lovely term. It's nice. It's nice. Jimenez! Yes! Come on! Are we the greatest? Jimenez is dead. Jimenez is tired. I know he's on a hat trick, but the team comes first, mate. All right. Both number 10 scoring. This is, I mean, the new I didn't know number 10s could score. I have a terrible history with using number 10s. Not really the keeper's fault, I don't think there. 3-2. See it out, boys. All right. Okay. I will take that. A win is a win. A draw is probably fair. We created more, like in the last. Haaland did well. That's good. Left back did well. Okay. There's good signs. Danny played a 6.8. You might laugh that you probably go, no, hang on. You just cost 250 grand. That is one of his best performances in our shirt. So, let's. Is it going to work? Is it going to work? Have I done a tactic that I've put thought into, and it might be good? Next episode, I'll play a few games. And next episode, I'll come back and I'll have gone back to the original tactic because it's horribly fallen apart. But as of now, forget the fact we had less XG. It's kind of working. Remember, they are a good side, and we are learning the tactic, and we had a bunch of new players. Okay, so we had lots of issues. Looks back to strive forward. Okay. Reverted. Okay. It's quite different, though. It's quite different, this tactic. It's very different to how we've played this before. Jimenez. Is that more goals than he last? Yep. Double the goals he scored last season. You could argue almost already had a better season. Same amount of man of the matches. Yeah, we played this shape before, but this is not. I've never tried this shenanigans before. Right. Anyway, there we go. Successful day at the office. Danny DeVito is going to come good. I'm kind of tempted. How good is his passing? It's 15. He's only got 11 vision. Can I Virgil van Dijk him? Can I not tell him to go longer passing? Is there any way that I can make him Virgil van Dijk? It's not. It's because of the setup, isn't it? But okay. It's fine. We'll see how he gets on. I think not player of the season because centre backs never win player of the season, but I think he's going to come good. Right. Let me know what you think. Let me know your predictions. So we just comfortably just storming the league, maybe invincibles. I'm probably thinking right. See you next time. Bye bye.